Welcome to the Deep Dive, the place where we take all the articles, research, and, the real customer feedback on a topic and just distill it down into what you really need to know.
That's right. And today, our mission is a full analysis of the LifePro RejuvaCure Duet. It's a two-person far infrared sauna.
And we're not just reading the marketing copy here. We are going to look at everything, the tech specs, the health claims, and maybe most importantly, what real people have to say after they've bought it, built it, and actually used it.
Exactly. I mean, the core idea is pretty compelling.
It really is. It's creating this personal spa retreat for two, right in your own home. You're getting away from, the damp locker rooms and all that.
Yeah, it's about investing in a sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see if LifePro actually delivers on that promise and if it holds up to the reality of, putting one of these together in your basement.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's start with the foundation. What physically is the RejuvaCure Duet?
So it's a dedicated two-person sauna. The whole thing is built from solid Canadian Hemlock wood.
Which is a really good wood for saunas, right?
Durable, very durable. And it has that pleasant sort of natural aroma when it gets warm. Mm-hmm. It's designed to fit two people side by side. And size-wise, you're looking at roughly 47 inches deep, about 41 inches wide, and almost 75 inches high.
So big enough to be comfortable, but not so big it takes over an entire room.
Right. The whole purpose is for two people to unwind together, melt away tension, and ease muscles.
Now that brings us to the tech. When I think of a sauna, I picture, hot rocks and steam, that intense, almost hard to breathe dry air. This uses far infrared, or FIR. How does that change the whole experience?
It's a completely different approach. FIR doesn't really heat the air around you. The best analogy is standing outside on a cold but sunny day.
Okay.
If a cloud covers the sun, you feel colder instantly, right? Even though the air temperature didn't change. That warmth you felt from the sun, that's infrared.
So it's a radiant heat, not a convective heat.
Precisely. The LifePro uses specific FIR wavelengths between 5.6 and 15 micrometers. And that's not a random number. That range is sort of the sweet spot that the human body absorbs most effectively.
So it's heating you, not the room.
Exactly. The heat penetrates, a few millimeters below the skin, so it warms you from the inside out. It's a much deeper warmth.
Which sounds way more gentle than just being blasted with hot air.
It is. It's significantly gentler, which lets people stay in longer. And this is a huge deal for a home product. The whole thing just plugs into a standard 110-volt outlet.
Oh, wow. So no special wiring.
Nope. No need to call an electrician for a 220V line, which is, that's a massive barrier for a lot of people.
That's a huge practical win. And the heat itself, it's not just coming from one place, right?
No, it's designed for even coverage. It has 7 carbon fiber heaters placed all around, on the sides, the back, and even down low.
So you're surrounded by the heat.
Exactly. It ensures both people get that even, gentle warmth, full body saturation, not just a hot spot on your back.
All right, so beyond the core heating, let's unpack the features that turn it from, a wooden box into a sanctuary. The comfort stuff.
Absolutely. And they've clearly thought about the whole sensory experience. First off, air quality. There's an oxygen ionizer built in.
Okay, what does that actually do?
It basically charges air molecules. This makes tiny particles like dust and odors fall out of the air. In a small, heated, enclosed space with two people, that's pretty crucial for keeping the air from feeling, stale.
Right. Keeps it fresh. And then there's the lighting.
That's the Chromotherapy system. It's built in, has 9 different color modes. The whole idea behind Chromotherapy is that different colors can affect your mood and even your physiology.
So you could pick like a calming blue light or a more energizing red.
Exactly. It adds a whole other layer to the session. And of course, there's a Bluetooth sound system.
Can't have a modern wellness device without Bluetooth.
Right. So you can stream music or a guided meditation or even a podcast. But beyond the tech, it's the little things. There are 2 cup holders, a towel knob, a magazine rack, and a backrest.
I actually saw that in the reviews. A user named Cassie H. loved that the cup holders and hooks weren't pre-installed.
Yeah, you can put them exactly where you want them. It's a small touch, but it shows they're thinking about personalization.
And controlling all this is simple.
Yep. There's a remote that handles everything. Heat, lights, timer, audio. And the system actually remembers your settings from your last session.
Oh, that's smart. So once you find your perfect setup, it's just one button.
Pretty much. And for timing, they recommend starting slow, 10 to 15 minutes. Then you can work your way up to the more therapeutic range of 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me, the results. What are the health benefits that LifePro is claiming here?
Well, the claims really span a few key areas. The big one is recovery and circulation. The idea is that because the FIR waves stimulate blood flow so deeply, it helps with faster muscle recovery and just overall wellness.
So things like joint pain, muscle tension, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. It's targeted for relief from arthritis symptoms, chronic discomfort, all of that. But then the claims go even further.
I saw mentions of metabolism and fat loss. How does a sauna tie into that?
The premise is that by raising your core body temperature, you're sort of mimicking the effects of mild cardio. Your body has to work to cool itself down, and that process can, temporarily boost your metabolism.
So it's a supportive tool for those goals, not a magic bullet.
We have to be clear. Yes, it's a powerful aid, but it needs to be part of a bigger wellness strategy. The company claims it supports metabolism and cardiovascular health. And even the chromotherapy is tied back to health benefits.
Wait, what?
Claims that it supports collagen production, so better skin clarity, can help boost serotonin levels, which is key for mood and stress reduction.
It really sounds like a holistic approach. And speaking of health, there's a huge financial piece to this that we have to mention.
Yes, this is a key takeaway. The product is FSA and HSA eligible.
Wow, okay. So you can use your pre-tax health savings dollars,
which can dramatically lower the out-of-pocket cost.
Right.
It really makes this kind of tech much more accessible for a lot of people.
And we saw that in the user stories. There was a really moving one from a guy named Gregory B. He'd had a stroke and bought this for his health optimization and recovery.
Yeah, he said the reasonable price combined with a therapeutic use made it a worthwhile investment for him, and that he's been really satisfied with it. That just reinforces that this is about therapy, not just recreation.
Okay, let's pivot now to the real-world experience. The truck shows up, the boxes are on your driveway. The overall rating is fantastic, 4.8 out of 5 stars from over 150 reviews. But what is assembly actually like?
All right, let's start with let's call them the practical cons, because you need to go in with realistic expectations. Everyone agrees the assembly is straightforward. The instructions are clear.
There's always a but.
There's always a but. And this one is critical. You absolutely need 2 people, period. The panels are heavy, and that tempered glass door, you just can't manage it safely with one person.
So don't try to be a hero. Got it. What about quality control? Any recurring quirks people mentioned?
Yes, and this is where we see some of that constructive criticism. A few users, Cassie H. and Chris W. both mentioned this. The holes in the top roof panels weren't pre-drilled.
So you need to do a little bit of your own work, break out the drill.
Exactly. It's a common trade-off at this price point. You save thousands of dollars compared to other units, but you might have to do, 10 minutes of extra work yourself.
That seems like a fair trade. Any other minor flaws?
A few small things. Shannon S. mentioned a bent bracket on the outside. Another user, Jeff Itro, noted some crooked stapling inside on the roof frame.
Yeah.
Nothing that stopped it from working, just, minor cosmetic stuff.
Right.
Oh, and a great tip from Chris C. Make sure your floor is perfectly level. He said a slight slope, like you might have in a basement, can make it tricky to get the front panel aligned.
That is essential advice. So, a few assembly hiccups, but once it's built, how does it perform?
Overwhelmingly positive. This is where the big wins are. Luke R. said it heats up fast about 10 minutes and holds 140 degrees Fahrenheit really well. Paul M. said it takes him about 20 minutes to get a really good sweat going.
And 140 on a standard outlet is pretty impressive. What about the sound system?
It gets good marks. Jeff G. said the Bluetooth connects great and the speakers sound good for what they are. They're not audiophile grade, but they're perfect for streaming music or meditation.
So the overall feeling is that it delivers on value.
Precisely. That's the theme. People say it's a great sauna for the price and worth the money. Douglas M. said it was even nicer than he expected. The consensus is the value you get absolutely outweighs any minor assembly hassles.
So putting it all together, who is this actually for? Who is the ideal user for the RejuvaCure Duet?
I think we can break it down into 3 main profiles. First is the dedicated wellness seeker. This is someone looking for consistent relief from chronic pain, muscle stiffness, or someone who really wants to boost circulation and metabolism from home.
And second, obviously, is the duo. Partners, friends, anyone who wants a shared recovery space without buying 2 separate units.
Right. And finally, there's a budget-conscious wellness explorer. This is for people who want a quality 2-person infrared experience made with solid wood, but at a price that isn't, astronomical. The value and that FSA eligibility are huge draws for this group.
When you connect all that, it really does feel like it's about making serious wellness tools more accessible.
It is. It's about the democratization of wellness. It delivers this powerful therapeutic tech that used to be reserved for, high-end spas or clinics. I think Paul M. summed it up best. He said it gives him a fantastic sauna experience at home whenever I want.
That accessibility really is the key. So this deep dive has shown us just how far this kind of tech has come. We've covered the tech, the features, the assembly warnings, and the great performance reviews.
Yeah, it paints a really clear picture. It's a product that delivers strong performance and incredible value, as long as you're ready to spend a couple hours building it with a friend.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. Think about the journey of health optimization. It's moved from just cardio and weights to this focus on therapeutic recovery. How does having a tool like this in your own home fundamentally change your definition of self-care?
Yeah, the focus shifts from just treating problems to actually optimizing your long-term health and performance.
If you're ready to learn more about the LifePro RejuvaCure Duet 2-person infrared sauna, and maybe get your own at-home sanctuary, you can find the link for that in the description below. It's https://bit.ly/LifePro RejuvaCure Duet.
Thanks for joining us for this in-depth exploration.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.